Raw day. How are y'all? I just had to fix my hair wrap because that was ghetto. Y'all know I'm gonna come through with the jangles. Did y'all know that lower vibrations and entities, they hate bells and jangles? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? That's why I intentionally I wear my, y'all can't hear it right now, but I wear my anklets, and I always have on my jangles. If it ain't my brass bangles, it's my beads, my bracelets, or it's definitely a nice little. I got the little jangles on my chain. But yes, they hate it. They hate it. That angelic frequency. So I get y'all some jangles. Some janga, langa, lang. I need to get some more bells so I can add them to the charm bracelets. Y'all was in love with that bracelet. Y'all was in love with that bracelet that I just posted yesterday. If y'all, I told y'all I've been heavy on the customs. And I just hadn't been posting the customs, but I had to post her because she was beautiful. But I told y'all, if y'all want a guaranteed piece, DM me or email us for a custom Crystaline Mars piece. Nova World said, hey baby. Nova said, your jewelry is so lit. Thank you. Thank you. Hey Ray Bay, Nikki so pretty. We bitched tat hands. Nick. It's the dream reality for me, Nick. It's a dream reality for me, Nick. What's up, y'all? Peace, Earth God, Lucky's wife. Who we got over here? Maya, Dylan, Lit Pigment. Y'all get the likes up. Welcome in. Who we got over here? Hey, Blaze. Blaze stuck in the room and ain't say nothing. Blaze, I know you didn't. I know you was just okay, I was about to, I was just about to say that. I was about to say, Blaze, I know you was typing as I was speaking because ain't no way you came in and didn't speak. I know that's not you. Welcome in. How are y'all? How are y'all this morning? Let's do a battery percentage check in. I'm at like a mm, I'd say I'm at like a 70. I'm at like a 70, I'd say. Keisha said, good day, Queen. Peace, love. How was my day? Well, my day is just getting started and it's starting off well. It is starting off well. How is y'all's day? How is y'all's day doing, going? We in the A, y'all. We in Decatur, y'all. We in Decatur. What I say, I'm excited. And it's amazing because this time last year, Nick was here. That's why I said Nick is a dream reality for me, because I was going live every day and I was sharing my desires on the live. I was manifesting things on the live, and there were some things that some desires that I have that has transitioned. Like I once wanted a brick and mortar. Last year I wanted a brick and mortar. I wanted a store, and that has shifted. I love the life that I live now. I love being online based and having the liberty to travel as we are now. And that was also one of my manifestations too for Logas and I, because I was working at the mall every now and then. Like I had a schedule there, but I wasn't there every day. So I had a certain liberty to where I was able to do a little something. But Brother Lagas, he didn't, because that was his business at the mall. So he was there. He didn't have space to travel and things like that because he had to manage his women who worked there. He had to make sure he was around to, if anything ever failed. But that's not the thing anymore. That's not a thing anymore. And that's what I always desired, for him to also have this liberty to travel, to just pull up real quick without having to worry about the mall, right? Without having to worry about the hours of the mall and things like that. And we are now here. And that's why when I speak to y'all about your becoming, when I speak to y'all about your manifestations, when I speak to y'all about the inner me and the external inner me, I speak from experience, y'all. And I don't even have to convince any of y'all, because my life is literally, the results are manifested in my life. You know what I mean? And to those of you who have been rocking with us over the past year, I've been very transparent from the light to the dark. And so y'all know, y'all have literally witnessed hands on, my transition and y'all knew what was happening in the background, right? And y'all have seen us at our lowest, and y'all are seeing us build on a whole new timeline. You know what I mean? And I've shared, you know, my struggles and my challenges and things like that, and me choosing to see the beauty, you know, like when the things got taken from the mall and that whole timeline just broke down, I was still positive. And I think a day later, or if not that day, I was like, oh, we just timeline shifted. We are now on my desire, my dream timeline. I shade to that. And so that's why I encourage y'all, in the midst of the darkness, when it seems like everything is breaking down, that is a beautiful space, because now that everything's broken down, we now have what? The opportunity to build. So what you want to build? And that's what we do here. We do the work consciously. We get clear. We activate, because what we do here every day, and I was thinking about this last night, because, you know, last night, we show up every single night for the past year. Over the past 365 days, we had a day off or a night off the Crystaline Mars show, maybe 5 days, I'd say. So average, well, not average, but we've showed up about 360 days within the past year, every single day. And so last night was the first night off since, I think, like May, and we're now in November. And so last night when I was in bed, I was like, wow, I really didn't do the show tonight. I was like, I really didn't do the show tonight. Like, it's been, I don't know when's the last time I didn't do the show. And actually, and it wasn't even I didn't do the show the night, because that back in May when we did the show, we didn't do it that night. I did it earlier in the day. So we still did the show. We just did it earlier. So actually, May don't even count. So honestly, since the Crystaline Mars show has been birthed, we never had a day off. Wow. And we are on episode 261. But I started going live back in November, before the Crystaline Mars show was birthed. So we've shown up literally 260 days consecutively. Consistency. Hard work pays off. And even while you're doing what you're doing, you still got to show up. You could take a day off or so. But I see we back, you know? And I was like, wow. You know, and I was just thinking about how we literally exercise every night. I was thinking about, because it's a lovely that I hold dear to my heart, and I love them with all of my heart, and they're in a very dark space. And I was thinking the other day, and I was like, they're in this dark space, and they keep repeating this loop because they don't have a daily practice. They don't exercise. They're disconnected from their source. They don't meditate. They don't pray. They don't, do any spiritual exercises, any physical exercises. Like, they just exist every day. But they know about spirituality. They know, but they just, life be life. And then they got caught up in, the ups and downs of life, that they neglected their spirituality. And that is a dangerous spot to be in, because now you are literally disconnected from source. So you have nothing that you're fortified in. You have nothing. It's like you're outside in the rain with no umbrella. When you take those days off and you don't pour into your spirit, you don't offer yourself any nourishment, you are in the rain with no umbrella. You are uncovered. And so though we didn't show up on the Crystaline Mars show, I still did what I do throughout the day when it comes to connecting with my source. So I encourage you to connect with your source, so you may always be covered, right? And so that was just a word for whoever needed to hear it. Life gonna always life. But what are you gonna do in the meantime? What are you gonna do in the meantime? Nova said, do we sell beads? We do. We sell beaded bracelets at the moment, and we have a few beaded necklaces on CrystalineMars.com. Lit said, hey, I miss your inspirational videos. They don't pop up on my feed here. Ashe. Ashe. I have not been doing the inspirational videos, and that's been something I've been going back and forth with, because so much has been transitioning. Like, when I was doing the inspirational videos, my life looked so different. I was on a different timeline. And so now that I'm on this timeline, I'm like, is that something that I need to integrate? That's something that I've battled with like just understanding and seeing. Because when I was doing inspirational videos, like I said, life was just set up different, and my days were set up different, and now it's completely different. And I won't say that I don't have time, because I can make time for, we make time for whatever we want. But I think about that often. I'm like, is that something I've evolved and now I show up in the way I show up? You know, I give my words of encouragement during the daily, you know, energy that I post, and even the daily shows. But I'll definitely sit with that. I'll definitely sit with that. I definitely sit with that, because, and that's the thing. So I'm gonna sit with that, and I'm gonna pray on that when it comes to flow, because I'm the kind of person where I like routine. I like routine, and I like to do everything every day. Like, I work out every fucking day. And today I'm like, okay, I don't have a gym. So I did like some core work, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, Duüblé, just stretch and sit that ass down, right? So when it comes to the daily videos, I used to post those every single day. The motivational videos, the inspirational videos. I used to post those every single day. And then as time went on, I started dwindling, and I would post it when my spirit led me. And now I don't post it at all. And so that's definitely something that I would love to. You said it doesn't have to be daily. Ashe. And honestly, it's like just being transparent with y'all. I'd be like, and it's interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to say is, to be transparent with y'all, sometimes I'd be like, is it, I don't know what else to talk about. Because I feel like I have the message of the day, right? I do the daily energy of the day, and I do the message of the day on the Crystaline Mars show daily. And I'd be like, okay, I feel like sometimes I'm repeating myself. You know, like, I don't want to keep saying the same thing. But what I used to do in the past was I would just connect with the ancestors and ask, you know, just let my spirit be led, and to say whatever comes to heart, say whatever comes to mind, and it will always be divine, and it will always be what y'all have needed. So I guess I just got to move into that space of just trusting. I have to just trust. I have to just trust that I will give y'all what y'all need, you know, when y'all need it. So I'll definitely sit with that. And thank you, Lit, for reminding me and calling me up. Like, hey, Duüblé, I know life be life, right? Y'all, I had a damn, what we had last night? What we had? Uh, Slutty vegan last night. So I'm feeling a little slutty in the throat. I got a little nut in my throat. Not literally, but I'm a little congested because I had that burger. Not the nutty throat, bitch. Not the slutty. But I am, so excuse me if I do a little just trying to clear it out, you know? I'm glad everybody up, because when I first was about to start a live, I'm like, damn, everybody's sleeping. Y'all know I ain't quiet. Y'all know I'm not a whisperer. So I'm like, Lord, but everybody up now. So now I could talk in peace. I could laugh in peace. I could be me in peace. But y'all, when I say I came ready, y'all, I packed the cards. I was real. Y'all can't see. I got the cards. I got the bell. I got everything. The hell. I say, God's plan is always better than ours. I say to that. Peace, Marianne, 800 T's, Miss Jackie, River, all of our YouTube lovelies, our TikTok lovelies. We have all these ones. We have 10, 10, 11. We have 1, 1, 1, 1. That's 11, 11. Didn't I say 11, 11 came early? Didn't I say 11, 11 came early? I shade to that. Peace, Jazz. We about to get started, y'all. I love your energy. Really amazing. Thank you, my love. Daphne Speaks said, your Instagram was so helpful to me this year. Thank you. Ashe, I am humbled. Thank you. And it's an honor. It's a pleasure to be able to show up to y'all, for y'all, in the way that I do. And that's a message in itself as well, to whoever. You may feel like a nobody, right? You may feel like you don't matter. You may feel like your presence is not, it does not shift rooms. And it is my intention to be a living example to y'all, because I just do me. I do me with intentions, but I just do me, and I be me intentionally, and not even knowing how impactful that is until y'all remind me. And I'm like, holy, like I just connected with, just reconnected rather with a childhood friend, 15 years. And I forgot, I prophesied something for her a year and a half ago. And I hadn't talked to her in about a year. And she told me the other day, 2 days ago or yesterday, I think it was yesterday. I don't know, 2 days ago. Or was it yesterday? It was yesterday. She was like, Jasmine. She called me Jasmine because she my friend, right? She know me. And she's like, remember you told me I was going to meet the guy. He was a truck driver. He was 36. And he told me all of the things. And she was like, I met him. And I'm with him. And he meets up to everything that you said. And I am as happy as I've ever been. And I was like, wow. And I've went on seasons. I've had seasons throughout my journey of where I would isolate myself. These are the cards I just pulled out for the daily energy that I just recorded. I will isolate myself as I came into union with myself. We have the isolation, the meeting, and the wedding here, right? And I would isolate myself on my journey just because I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust my discernment. I was scared of being wrong. I was prophesizing things over people's lives. I was time traveling. I've been time traveling, right? Last night I was time traveling, but we'll get into that. But it was just so much. It was so overwhelming because it was like I was knowing, right, with this Aquarius energy, but I wasn't seeing, and I was just scared of being wrong. And so I would isolate myself from my friends and even family because I was just like, am I crazy? Am I just talking out the side of my neck? And like, I don't want to lead anybody wrong. I don't want to lead anybody astray. So I'm just going to save face and I'm going to hide away. I'm going to hide. And just over time, I think what confirmed everything for me was when I had that tower moment back in spring in Logas. He moved in and he came home because that was one of my biggest desires, was for Logas and I to live the life that we're living. And when he came home, and that, because I was manifesting that for like 2 years, I was like, Ashe. And that's when I began to break down that self-doubt. But she asked me, she was like, why were you so in and out, And she held space for me. And I was like, thank you so much for holding space for me. She was like, I still love you. What's up? Let's catch up. And I was like, I love you. And thank you for loving me. Thank you for understanding, that none of it was personal. It was all personal, right? And I think it's just important that we hold space. Like, there's lovely family members in my life who have their reservations about me, and I still hold space for them. I am respecting the distance that is had, but I still hold space for them, and I still love them unconditionally, right? Still allowing space for them to grow, right? Allowing space for them to life and to come into themselves. And I'm still here. I don't take it personal because I get it. We're all on the self-discovery journey where we're trying to get our footing, where we're unraveling, right? We're healing. We are doing our best, right? And so it's important that we hold space for those around us. You know what I mean? But, I don't even know how I went down that path. But, when it just comes to the isolation and things like that, to those of you who are isolating yourself, I encourage that you be very intentional. So let's go ahead and get into it because this kind of goes into the message of the day. Welcome in, lovelies. 20 minutes later, we're going to go ahead and get started. Ashe, I see y'all over here on Instagram. Welcome to the Crystaline show. I love y'all so much. I am your co-host, Mrs. Duüblé Jones, the lady with the stones. I am the come here's. I create. Wait, I messed it up. Why did I try to switch it up? Hold on. See, if you don't do it right, it's okay. You will get an opportunity to do it again. Don't be trying to switch nothing up that don't work. If it works, let it work, okay? Because y'all know I got my spiel. I don't know why I just tried to remix. So, Sprite remix head ass. Hold on. So, we just time traveled back, okay? Welcome in 20 minutes later. To the Crystaline show. I am your co-host, Mrs. Duüblé Jones, the lady with the stones. To come here, baby boo. And we got to leave us the fuck alone. Head over to crystallinemars.com for all of your spiritual tools, gems, jewels, and your services. Any personal ritual services that you need, any custom jewelry, y'all. Y'all saw that waistlet that I just created. That was a very, very, very beautiful piece. And I told y'all, I've been so swamped with customs. That's why I hadn't been able to create a lot of pieces. I be seeing y'all. I get notified when y'all be on the site. And I be seeing y'all on the site, and I feel y'all disappointment every time. Miss Jackie, you were faithful. Who else is a faithful? I saw Crystal on the website the other day, last night or something like that. I be seeing y'all on the website. I be seeing y'all, and I feel y'all disappointment. Like I be like, where the jewelry at? And I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. I was working on the piece as we was on the road. Brother Logas was driving, and I was riding, just ride, right? And so I'm working on it, y'all. But if y'all do want a custom piece, the artist laughing, no, for real, because I feel it. Soon as I get a notification where it'd be like new site visitor, and to tell me the name, or it'll tell me the number or the location. And shout outs to y'all, because y'all be coming over like from all over the world. We got Ohio in the building, we got California in the building, we got Texas in the building, we got everybody in the building. But anyway, I see the notification, and then it's like I just see y'all scrolling, and y'all like, where is everything? So y'all bear with me. But if you'd like a personal custom piece, always feel free to DM. Customs take priority, y'all. Customs take priority, but I'm working on balancing, right? But, doing customs as well as doing the, jewelry for the website. But customs are open. So thank y'all for placing y'all orders and things like that. You laughing because no, for real. Blaze said I definitely be on there. I be seeing y'all, and every day I be like, I'm coming, y'all. But anyways, y'all head over to the website. Y'all know I got y'all, and thank y'all for the love that y'all show in every way y'all choose to do so. The artist talking about that's me, laugh out loud. Then I'd be like, maybe y'all get some oil. Oh my gosh, that's so ghetto. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming, y'all, and thank y'all for y'all grace and y'all patience. So what I'm thinking about doing is, because y'all know I've been coming heavily with the sets, and I'm just about to bust out like a whole bunch of bracelets. I'm about to bust. What y'all want? How about that? Drop down below. What do y'all want to see on the website? Do y'all want more sets? Do y'all want, and don't say all of them. You can say all of them, but I would love to get y'all honest feedback. Would you want sets? Y'all want rings? Y'all want bracelets? Like bracelets, necklaces? I know y'all want them all. I feel you. I feel y'all live like I want them all. But what most are you looking for? Charm bracelets, necklaces, sets, because I was thinking like, okay, y'all know I've been dropping only sets. And so I was like, I'm just going to drop out a whole bunch of charm bracelets. Okay, copper necklace with the stones, okay. So yeah, I would love to know what y'all want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Blaze said, I'm coming to you soon for your custom piece. Ashe. Okay, bracelets. I feel it. So I'm working on a bracelet now. Y'all saying bracelets. Yeah, I feel that. So I'm going to bust out some bracelets, and I'm going to still do sets and things as well, but I'm going to bust some bracelets out. I'm going to bust some bracelets out for sure. So yes, y'all, thank y'all for holding space. Y'all meet us here every day. Y'all see we switched it up today, but I'm appreciating this day live. I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was like, y'all ever think about like switching it up and doing something in a day? But Brother Logas, he has his own life be life, and then he has his other things that his energy is put into. But I appreciate the day. I appreciate day vibes, and nonetheless, we're gonna bask in this moment, this present moment that we have here. But y'all meet us here every night. All right, y'all stay tuned for tomorrow night, because I'm not sure how that's gonna roll. So y'all just stay tuned or whatever, and I'll keep y'all updated when it comes to that. But meet us on all of our social media platforms. Okay, Crystaline Mars is all of our handles on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Goddamn. Tunsikin said, is the Unveiled deck still in stock? I'll be getting mine by next weekend. Yes, ma'am, it is. Amazing said, it was this one I fell in love with. It was clustered. Ashe. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You said a crown, real elegant. You want a crown, Blaze? Ashe. Kenyatta said, real crystals and bracelets and necklaces, real copper. Baby, everything we do it real. You feel? We provide nothing but authentic, pure, genuine energy as a whole. Rather it's our jewelry, rather it's our crystals, rather it's our talks here. So everything is pure, authentic, and genuine. Real fine. You understand me? Real divine. All right, so that's that, y'all. So let's get into the message of the day. And the message of the day is, you said you're close by us, for real. And that's crazy, because it's not crazy, it's divine. Last year, I saw Brother Logas and I traveling, and I was like, we're going to do a pop-up in ATL. We're going to do a pop-up shop in ATL. And here we go, we popped up. And we shopping, but we ain't got a pop-up shop. We not stuck to a table here. So that was like, wow, I literally saw this last year. But the message of the day, though, the message of the day is don't get caught up in the illusion of time. Be entangled in growth. Don't get caught up in the illusion of time. Be entangled in growth. Because, you know, everybody likes to say, what is time? What is time? It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Yes, it is. But time also shows us the transitions that's happening right now that exist. Time lets us know that transitions are happening. So in those transitions, are you transitioning? You know, don't be so stuck on manifestation. This is what I want. This is what I want. Are you even ready? What you doing every day to get ready? Are you putting on a piece of jewelry every day? That's just metaphorically speaking. Right? But be entangled in growth. Be entangled in becoming that version of you that is going to be required when that timeline comes. Last year, when I was manifesting this present reality, it was so many things that I was not disciplined in. And I was like, I know I got to be disciplined. I know that future version of me is disciplined. I know that future version of me is matured. Right? I know that future version of me is committed. And it was a lot of things that I was struggling with when it came to my day-to-day practices at that time. And so every fucking day, I looked at myself in the mirror like, okay, where we at? I know where we want to be, but where we at? And how can we show up? How can we clear that little blemish up? Right? And so that's just the message of the day, you know, and also time travel. Time travel. Don't just live in the present moment. Go to the future, where you want to be, and then let's come back. Then let's go to the past and see where we were and come back and intertwine them all. Last night, I time traveled back to when I was in the Navy without even trying. When I say it was like I was literally living a day in a life when I was on the ship on deployment. I heard the beds drop. I heard people walking in and out of our I don't forgot the damn name of it though, out of our rooms and things like that. I smelled the bathroom, the smelly smells. I heard the ventilation. It's like I was literally there. And I was like walking through the ship, like seeing all the floors. And I'm like, I remember these dust bunnies. I remember these, you know, stairwells, and I remember sweeping. I was doing all of these things, and I was like, wow, I'm really here right now. And then I allowed myself to travel and experience that again. And then at the end of that, I was like, okay, what does that have to do with now? And I was like, we just claimed the other day our ships are coming in. We just claimed the other day that our ships are coming in, and we know we are in this 1111 portal already here. And so this is speaking of the transition. This is speaking of the deployment, right? With us being on a mission and being connected to, because we still have access to certain things, certain family members, certain people, right? We have on deployment, we were able to text, we were able to receive mail, we were able to send out mail, right? But there was a certain disconnection there. There was a certain detachment there, right? And that is essentially where we all are. Now, you know, we're in different places on the globe. We're in different places in life, but we are on deployment essentially. All right. And it's a beautiful deployment. It may seem like a long time. That deployment was 9 months. And we came home early. And so it may seem like a long time, but on that deployment, we had those periods where we would be out to sea for 60 days consecutively, and then we'd pull to shore and we get to explore the countries that we were in, you know, and then we had to get back on the ship, and then we repeated that over and over and over again. And so when it comes to the seasons that you are in, embrace them. You're not gonna, it's not going to look one way all the time. So embrace all of the liberties and even the restrictions that you have, and just be very intentional. Be very intentional, y'all. So that concludes the message of the day. Hey, you free from jail? Juju just got out the cage for the day. Hey, boy. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get into the daily energy real quick. Hold on, let me change this song. 444, that Jay-Z's album just came up. Judah, Ashe, Ashe. Kenyetta said, thanks. I've been looking for a place to get those items. You've been looking for us, and what you seek is seeking you. So what you looking for? Ashe, y'all. Ashe, I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Atunskin said, I've been really being intentional with my now moment. The timelines have shifted. Ashe. Atunsakin said, Duüblé. I miss being in class with y'all, I swear. I just be struggling with self-isolation when I am transforming, but I love all my family, and we talked about that. We talked about the isolation. Were you here, Tuntakin, when it came to the isolation? Because sometimes isolation, it definitely serves its purpose, but sometimes isolation can also paralyze and stunt our growth. It's about it, because at the end of the day, it's not about just fasting and completely starving yourself. It's about being intentional with what you are feeding yourself. It's about being intentional with what you are feeding yourself. Because at the end of the day, as much as we try to isolate ourselves, we're still being influenced. Rather, if it's by spirits, unseen spirits, or whatever, rather it's by our external environments, we are still being influenced. So, they're both right there. So it's just collapsed under the water bowl. So, it's about just being very picky, very intentional with that of which you choose to eat. But you got to eat. You got to eat. So if that's, you saying, hey, I'm not going to look at so-and-so, or I'm not going to engage in certain conversations. You know what I mean? I think that's more so the approach that we need to take. Like, what healthy boundaries can I set? But because isolation could be real sticky. It could be real sticky. Like, before I met Brother Logas, I was isolated. When I say isolated, I mean literally fell off grid, bitch. No social media. I deleted my Instagram. I deleted my Facebook. And I didn't have these platforms for about a year and a half. No Facebook, no Instagram, no Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok, no nothing. I won't talk to no friends. I told them all I was about to go. Family members, I wasn't talking to them either, because I was in that space of like not knowing what was what. And honestly, it was a lot of trauma that was created in that space, because I had cut those closest to me who didn't necessarily need to be cut, right? Because I just didn't know how to balance, developing myself whilst still having relationships, right? And so for about that year and a half of me being in isolation, I did, in ways, I wouldn't say I grew, because honestly, it was just like certain aspects of me were just more so exposed, because that's when I began to delve into tarot. But it wasn't until I met Logas and I began to work with him and go outside, right? Because I then was working with him at the mall at his business and be in a relationship with him and the other woman at the time. It was in those relationships that I really got to see where I was. And I was like, oh shit, bitch. Because when I met Logas, you couldn't tell me I won't heal. You couldn't tell me I wasn't healed. You couldn't tell me I wasn't mature. You couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me I didn't grow. None of those things. But it was when I was exposed to reality, when I was exposed to the relationships and things that I was running from, protecting myself from, that's when I was like, oh, okay. So now I'm in class. I'm in class. Because think about it. Let's think about it real quick. Because you know how in school, right? You'll have in-school suspension, right? Where you're in isolation and they give you schoolwork and you just sitting there. Either you get schoolwork to do in isolation, or you'll have to write like, I will not talk, whatever, right? 30 million times. But think about it. You may have the tools, you may have the resources, but you don't have your peers. You don't have your teacher, right? that you can directly learn from. So you're just in there just regurgitating information. You're just in here reading, trying to process it by yourself. You can't ask for help because the in-school suspension teach don't help you. They just there to tell you to do your work, right? So I said all that to say is when we're in our isolation period, we're actually limiting ourselves. So be very, very mindful of when you're in that space, and ultimately be very intentional, you know. They should be in the Ziploc bag, maybe right there on the dresser, or beside the dresser on the floor, on the other side, where you'll see like his wipes. You see it? All right, but yeah. So I definitely encourage y'all, especially being that we're in this fall and winter season. This is a time where we like to go hide and hermit, and like I said, there is beauty in that, but there is also stagnation in that. So definitely explore how to navigate this space from a balanced perspective, right? There may be a certain level of detachment that needs to be had, but remember, there is power in community and having those people around you. It's just about, maybe you just got to like look at it from a different perspective and like study it from a different lens, you know. Like look for yourself in these relationships, you know, listen for the unknown, and listen for what's not being said. Like you can actually grow in this season around people. Just it's just about the boundaries that you set with yourself, and just being very intentional. Okay, so the daily energy, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. We gotta move. What we got here? So I'm gonna be covering the daily energy for. I was thinking about this today too. I'm like, do I want to do the daily energy for today? I think I want to do the daily energy for today. I think I should do the daily energy for today or for tomorrow, because you know typically I do the day ahead, but we got a whole 24, and you know the daily energy gonna be posted tonight. So do y'all want to talk about today or tomorrow? Let me know, today or tomorrow, because tomorrow is the daily energy is gonna be posted tonight at 8. But it's noon, and for some of y'all, this is morning. So we got one today. Can we do today? Today, Ashay. All right, cool. I was thinking that because I'm like, why not talk about today? So y'all, speaking of all those ones, remember earlier I channeled all those ones that was on a thing, but we have 11/11 energy here today. Actually, today is 11/10/2024, and that energy adds up to that energy adds up and breaks down. No, that energy adds up to 11. Yeah. Because 8, 10, 1, 1 adds up to 11. So we have that 11 from the month, and we have that 11 from the daily energy here. But we have all of these ones here. We have 1, 1 from the 11. We have the 1 from the 10. And then we have that other 11, and it adds up to 5 here. And so with that 5, that's that Gemini energy bringing in opportunities for us to adapt, opportunities for us to communicate and be very intentional with that of which we speak, that of which we think here with this 11, because that 11 is that king vision energy. So like your thoughts, your actions, your the words that you speak should definitely be in alignment with that of which you are desiring to create, with that of which you are desiring to align with, right? So be very, very, very intentional with that of which you speak on this day. The moon is in Pisces, so Pisces planetary ruler is Neptune, so we have that spirituality piece here as well. So this is very much a lot of y'all may be able to tap into, your future timelines, your desired self and things like that. And so this could be through you seeing little snippets in your actual reality, right? Where you may, let's say you have desires to align with your soulmate or your twin flame or your divine partner, right? And you're out and about just minding your business, doing what you do. And you see this partner that radiates that energy. And they may have on the same colors as you, right? Or they may, it may just be something that you see yourself in that, right? And so that may be just a sneak peek of, hey, this is en route here. Or somebody may call you, somebody that you know may call you with good news, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, yay, I know I'm next, right? Because I've been setting intention in regards to promotion and things like that. So there is definitely this sneak peek energy here today. So look for it. Look for it. Speak on it intentionally. And focus on the good until the good comes into focus. So just continue to focus on that of which you desire to see. Like I said, I did channel delivered from evil. I did channel delivered from evil. I can't remember where I channeled that in, like why I channeled that. That may have just been intuitively here. Oh, because the moon being in Pisces, that's speaking of like a close out of a cycle here. And because Pisces is the last zodiac in the numerological in the astrological calendar here, and it's Sunday, and that's that Leo energy, right? The sun and the positivity and things like that. And so I just felt like this deliverance here, and we've been talking about that, you know, earlier when we first started the live, and we were talking about, you know, spiritual jail and imprisonment, and some of y'all feel locked. Some of y'all are feel encased and locked in a reality where you're like, oh my gosh, I literally hate it here. I want to bust out this hole. Like, this is ghetto, you know? And like the message of the day, don't be caught up in the illusion of time, be entangled in growth. So just outgrow your environment, outgrow these these invisible strings and things like that, because honestly, you may feel stuck externally, but that's just an internal thing. It could be just a story that you're telling yourself that is imprisoning you to a certain timeline. It could be certain habits, right? It could be certain relationships. It could be certain choices that is imprisoning you. Yes, you could send in for readings, $15 minimum. And so just be very mindful, like we said today. If you don't do nothing else, be very, very intentional. And but I did see that deliverance from evil. So a lot of y'all may feel shackleless. A lot of y'all may feel like Jude when he was in the cage, because Jude's in a little cage. So he was literally like boxed in the cage. And soon as he got out, soon as the guys let him out, he came hauling ass like, woo! And it's so hilarious when Jude gets out of his cage for the day, because he's like, he just bounces around the house. Like, even when he like runs, his runs be like boo, boo. I'm like, dang, Chew, like, you're happy to be out. So some of y'all may actually feel this energy. It does feel very positive here. Even though it's raining, right? You see the sunshine, you are the sunshine, and you see the beauty in it here. I also channeled, you're about to undergo a magnificent metamorphosis. Don't look back here. Okay, and if you do look back to just reflect on what worked, what didn't work, or reflect on like, hey, I remember when I was a certain place and now I'm here. But I did channel this metamorphosis energy here as well, and it is connected to this 1111 as well as this Scorpio energy that we are in here. And I channeled maximize every moment of the day. Maximize every moment of the day. So be very intentional. And it's given, what would your future self move like? What would your future self speak like? You know, what would you be doing? Let's go ahead and do it. And I also channeled clean as if company is coming over. Clean as if company is coming over. Y'all know how, like, if your family coming into town, your mama have you clean the baseboards, the bathroom, behind the sink, behind the toilet, like clean everything, under the bed, everything, especially that shower. Who mom used to do that? When or who did that, first of all? Not who mom used to do that. Because I know me, I'm good for looking in somebody looking in some looking in somebody's bathtub. Who do that? When you at somebody's house, you're like, let me see how you really living. Let me see what your bath look like. Let me see what your shower look like, you know? And so it's giving that energy, like, clean everything. Even the things, you know, that you don't think matter, right? So clean as if company is coming over, and this is just with intentions to, one, clear out any stagnant energy, you know, and to make room for all energetically. And even physically for some of you, you know, go ahead and clear your drawers out. If you want your partner to come in, be intentional. Go ahead and clear where your partner gonna be at. If you move, if they're gonna be moving with you, you see them moving with you, what space you gonna set up for them, right? What drawers you gonna have? Go ahead and clear the drawers out. Have the intentions there, right? I think for Brother Logas, I had them drawers empty for like, I had Logas' drawers empty for like a year. And honestly, I was to the point where I was like, maybe I should just go ahead and put my clothes in that drawer, because I'm like, I think I'm wilding, right? But it's like my spirit would never lead me to do it, because I was like, nah, that was not my drawers. And those drawers are now filled here. So, you know, just make space, be very intentional, and move as if it is. All right. What else we got? Get excited about what's coming in store for you, and be very intentional with who you talk to as well. We talked about that earlier with this Gemini moon energy. Not Gemini moon. Somebody may be a Gemini moon, but Yeah, I just definitely channeled that Gemini energy. But with this five, that's what it is, Gemini. Yeah, with the five from all of these ones, that's Gemini. So it's like be very mindful of who you share with, right? If you know that they're not gonna be happy for you, just go ahead and keep it to yourself, and we gonna do that, okay? Because we don't got time for the rain on a parade and a doubt and things. 'Cause you already maybe second guessing yourself, and then you like, oh my gosh, I got this download. Oh my gosh, I see these synchronicities. And then, but you know, subconsciously you still are like trying to make it make sense. And then you talk to somebody else and then they just feed on that. It's like, oh no, we ain't got time for that. So be very intentional. And I channeled mastery, no more remediation. So some of y'all have also, you know, graduated and moved out of this space where maybe you were like learning a certain thing, rather it was a karmic lesson, rather it was something about yourself or whatever it may be. But I channeled this mastery energy, no more remediation, because you know, with the remediation, that is pretty much that time. That time is provided for students who have not achieved a level of attainment necessary for them to be able to study with their peers, right? Sort of kind of like, and I'll just channel that without even thinking about it, but like that ISA energy. Some of y'all have learned what you needed to learn in isolation, learn how to have a certain level of detachment, but attachment to all things. You know, you've learned how to set boundaries. You've learned how to open your heart up for love or whatever it may be, right? I do see that closing up. And so you're now ready to join the class again. Y'all know how to teach. Be like, are you ready to join the class again? Right? Class clown. Some of y'all was playing and you thought shit was sweet until the brick fell on your head and knocked you dead. But I see that for y'all as well. So, this is definitely also just acknowledging where you are, being honest about where you still have to grow, but also giving yourself your flowers for where you've come, how far you've come, you know, how serious you decided to take your journey here. You know, I'm hearing, because I remember at the mall, people would be like, I'm real spiritual. They used to always come up and say that I'm real spiritual. And I could always know, like tap in, like I know what they mean. And it's this energy where it's like, you don't even have to talk about it because you're now just being about it. Like I talked about earlier, like your life is showing your results here, right? Your accomplishments, right? Your achievements are speaking for you here. So if you spiritual, you ain't got to say that. You radiate that, you know that, right? And even that, what does spiritual look like for you? You know what I mean? So that'd be something maybe that you might want to explore or talk to yourself about, but give yourself flowers for where you have come from, and also be honest about where you have to grow. And I channeled energy cannot be destroyed. Eat the meat, not the moat. Eat the meat and spit out the bones here. All right. So with this energy cannot be destroyed, eat the meat, spit out the bones here. There may be some things that you may just, some energy that you may be, that may be challenging you, and you just may want to, yeah. Now I'm stumbling on my words. So, be very intentional when it comes to that of what you speak and how you work with this energy here. But some of y'all maybe just want to get rid of something or like completely just dissipate something. But at the end of the day, energy cannot be destroyed. Take what you can, transmute what you can, return and bind what you need to here, okay? Because there is some meat here. There is some space for growth here for you if you look for it. But if you just look at it like, oh, no, I see all them bones in that fish, I don't want that, I want a boneless fish. It's like, but you can pick around, get you a fork and scoop the meat out, and you can leave the bones there, but it's something here for you to learn. So if you find yourself in a challenging, because that 5 also represents like changes and challenges as well. So if you find yourself in a challenging energy today, I want you to move out of your emotions, right? Move out of your emotions and ask yourself like, ooh, what can I learn here? What can I learn here? Because with this Gemini energy, it's also inviting for us to open our minds, you know, open our minds up to different philosophies and different ideas and things like that to help us expand ultimately. So that's the energy for the day. The crystals for the day are Herkimer diamond, clear quartz, pyrite, and citrine. And the colors for the day are white, y'all. So, or we wearing brown. We wearing brown and black, so y'all can wear brown and black too if y'all want to be with us. But that's the daily energy, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the tarot tea time, and we're gonna now go ahead and move forward. All right. So I do have a. Let me see. Jelly Joe, what kind of reading would you like? We gotta move, y'all. I'm talking. That was more so for me. Jelly Joe, what kind of reading would you like? Jenna said, good afternoon. What does your name mean and how do you pronounce it? So my name is pronounced Duüblé, And my name comes from my life purpose, my life path number rather, and my life path number is 22. And so it's a higher vibration of 22. When I first was starting my path, my birth name is Jasmine, but when I first started my path and I started doing my readings and things, I wanted to rename myself, and I was like 22. And so I was naming myself 22, or I was going by 22 for a while, and then I was renamed spiritually to Duüblé. I was renamed to Duüblé, and I was the higher vibration of the 22 energy. So when people ask me what does my name mean, I say purpose, essentially, to those who don't speak, the deeper language. But all right, any advice for business? Okay. You've been sipping on tea. Sip on some for me. I didn't bring my tea, so y'all sip on some for me. Ashay, Audra. All right. Your toes are black. Y'all got on black. Okay, I was like, wait, what are you talking about? You said white for the rest of the year. No, facts. Blanco said I got my black on. Ashay, there y'all go. He said, hey, Jubu in a way. Y'all see his pamphlet? Move. All right, so we have the 10 of Wands here. Your birthday is 11/22. Wow, that's a very powerful number. Very powerful number. Ashay. All right, so we have 8 of Swords, 7 of Wands, Family Secrets, 10 of Wands. All right, so when it comes to your business, I do feel like you need to think bigger, all right, or open, and when I say think bigger, open yourself up to your vision expanding when it comes to your business. It does feel like you are imprisoning yourself or your business, like you're trying to just show up this one way or bring this one thing. Like, for example, I was with Crystaline Mars, I was just trying to just do jewelry, and it was like, no, expand. And so now I started doing tarot, and it's like, no, expand. And so now I bring numerology to the table, and now so I bring a couple of things to the table. So definitely when it comes to your business, we have family secrets here. We have 7 of Wands. So this may have been just some things that were passed down generationally, through bloodline when it comes to maybe even thoughts of lack here. It does feel like you're doing a lot on your own, and you have the strength to do it on your own, just like Crystaline Mars, brother Logas and I, we carry it on our own. But even when it comes to daily energy, the content, like I take care of our social media things, and I do it all when it comes to the creating the jewelry, updating the website, thumbnails, in our social media presence. Like I do a lot of those moving parts, just me. And I feel like you have that same energy where it's like you may have a lot that you want to do, but you may feel like you need these different resources here. And I just recommend that you connect with your ancestors and also get familiar with their spiritual team, right? And connect with your Oshuns and your Yemaya, your divine feminine energy to support you spiritually and energetically with carrying this weight here, and it will not feel so heavy. You may just need to have a schedule or something like that to help you navigate. All right, we have the Chariot here. So yeah, with this Chariot, you see how he's like in the sky, and so it's like zoom out and have a bird's eye view here. And you may not know exactly what this looks like, but it may not look like, you may not know exactly what it looks like, but just opening up your mind will allow for the universe to show. Open up your mind will open up your eyes for you to see the other, possible routes that you can take here, because there's not one way that you can go. You said you've been looking for grants, yeah, and honestly, you said it's mainly funding, yeah, and so with that, because I honestly went down that path before as well when it came to the grants, and I'm not discouraging you to look for financial support through grants, but I would encourage that because that you're looking for grants, that is just subconsciously saying that you need more resources, you need more money, obviously, right? And so with that, you may just want to do like some I encourage that you get some bank dirt. I'm gonna make a actual video on YouTube one of these days, but get you some bank dirt. Go to your local bank. If you can go to the bank that you actually bank with, don't get mulch, get some dirt. All right, take a little bowl. If you got a little and this is for anybody, all right? I've been doing bank dirt rituals for a while now, and they've been working wonders for me over the past few months here. So leave an offering first of all. So leave rather some coins, rather some fruit or whatever. Leave an offering there, and you can go. I'd recommend going when the bank closed or early before they rise, and get you some dirt, put it in a little bowl. I have a Ziploc bag full, so I can always have it, so I ain't got to keep going back to the bank. And get you a candle. It could be a yellow, green, orange, or even white candle, and it could be a 7-day candle, crystalinemars.com. Get you a healthy and wealthy candle. It already comes blessed and dressed with herbs and crystals, but then you can also sprinkle your own personal dirt. And actually, I put bank dirt in it. So you may just want to invest in a healthy and wealthy, actually. I don't know who that's for. Y'all get your healthy and wealthy candles. But that's definitely going to unlock some financial doors for you. And it may be through grants, and it may just be through an increase of sales. It may come through a loan approval, credit card approval, whatever it may be here. But that's just what I see. You just need to be very intentional with the seeds that you plant and open your mind up to allow it to manifest in whatever way it needs to. All right, so that's what I got for you, baby boo. So we're now going to go ahead and get into the daily energy. I meant the tarot tea time, you and me time. So, Baba, I'm about to go ahead. Asali. Audra said, tears with a smile when you said my name, a beautiful aura. Ashe, Audra. Ashe, y'all. Asali. I don't know where he at. We got next lifetime here. What we got here? Let me text him. Oh, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and start pulling. I forgot because he gonna do the lesson, I think, but he don't have the board. So hold on, we dealing with a different setup. Y'all know typically I text him and be like, I'm ready to give him time, but we set up a little different. Ooh, we have the 6 of coins. OMG, the 6 of coins. This is financial reciprocity. This is financial. This is money exchanging hands from spirit to you from spirit to spirit from you. From spirit, from spirit to you, from you to spirit. I don't know why I couldn't get it out. But burn your ancestral money to any of y'all. Y'all burn someone on behalf of me. All right, burn one for double Duüblé. All right, if y'all have some ancestral money. But we sell some on crystalinemars.com. But no, seriously, give your gratitude. Go ahead and make y'all spiritual financial deposits. We have the Chariot. So this is what's en route to you. We just channeled this Chariot energy with baby boo. So that may have been a message for all y'all when it comes to open up the windows, bitch. Open up the windows. Some of y'all may want to open up the windows and air out your house. I know it may be a little chilly. I don't know where you be. It may be a little silly. And even if you don't open the windows, this could be metaphorically though, but open up to this these new ways of making money here. Because some of y'all are like, you're just putting all your eggs in one basket. And it's like, nah, though. Gratitude, Lori Smith. Was that just a generous love donation, or was that for a reading? But thank you nonetheless. What do we got here? Because you obviously want to come out. We have the Queen of Cups. So this is that pregnant, that 9-month energy here. Hold on. I got to get TikTok together. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have the Queen of Cups here. We have the Fool here. We have the Star here. Oh my gosh. So this is literally a new timeline, birthing a new nation here. Being very intentional with nurturing yourself, and just giving your body what it needs, giving your mind what it needs, giving your spirit what it needs here. But with this Queen of Cups, this feels like an environmental change here. A lot of you are moving into a space of emotional peace here, with the path that you are choosing, or the paths that are being laid out for you. But with this Star, this is a wish fulfillment, dream come true here. 1111 energy, right? And we have the Fool, so this is a whole new timeline. This is your dream timeline here. And it may be slowly happening. I shade, because I remember this time last year, I was working at the mall. And I told y'all about like how I felt about that. And then about 3 weeks later in December, I told the guys, like, I don't want to work here no more. I told the guys, I don't want to work at the mall no more. I'll just do online, right? I was choosing that timeline. But y'all know me. I spun a blog and I was like, wait, okay, I want to show up for you. So I'll show up at the mall, you know, because I want to show up for you. But I was choosing that timeline, right? And so, you know, over this next month, honestly, between 11/11 and 12/12, there's going to be a very, wow, between 11/11 and 12/12, it's definitely going to be profound when it comes to you aligning. And I didn't even, it's like I was choosing, but I didn't know that I was slowly shifting here into the desired reality with that little move that I made. And so, you know, the little moves makes the biggest difference here. So definitely move intentionally. We have the meeting. So girl, please don't be late. There's a meeting in my bedroom. Come into me, Casa. Let it go. No. Come on, Mikasa head ass. Not the isolation. Nope, you staying in there. We have the devil here. So meeting the devil. So this can be you meeting that inner me, right? You meeting your shadows as we're in this Scorpio season. Some of y'all see like, wow, I'm really tapped in. Some of y'all see like, yo, I got these addictions that I'm like, no, we was eating a burger last night from Slutty Vegan. We was talking about something, and Logas was like, yeah, it's a impossible burger or a chemical burger. And I was like, I remember seeing on a Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, I think it was Keke Palmer. I don't know who it was. I think it was Keke Palmer's character on Louder and Prouder, and she was like, these chemicals fire. She's like, these chemicals fire. So some of y'all may have some unhealthy attachments, right? You're like, but shit, this is what I'm rocking with, right? And that may just be it. Like you accepting like, yo, I want to smoke, or yo, like I want to do this. Like, I know it's not the best, but I'ma just, you know, make sure I drink my tea, or I'm gonna make sure I take care of myself. You know what I mean? Right? Like for us, we do the oregano, right? We'll do the oregano oil. Logas drink distilled water. I can't drink like that yet. I ain't evolved to that level yet. But you know, it's like this is what I want. These chemicals fire. Them slutty fries was fire. Why isolation came out, y'all? Why this same energy coming out again? Oh, Logas back there working out, bitch. He sound like an 8, bitch. He back there, Snoop Doggy Dog, bitch. But with this isolation and devil, it does feel like, okay, hey, Mystique, baby. The meeting, the devil, isolation. Yes. So this is just confirmation of just all that I've been talking about thus far when it comes to you meeting your enemy in your isolation period here. And you may find like, oh shit, it wasn't them. It was really me. It's not you, it's me, head ass. Lori says, shit, if you're going to eat cheesecake, enjoy it. Why have shame? No, facts. Why add shame for real? This cheesecake is fire. So we have job loss and we have hermit. We have hermit and we have job loss here. All right. And so some of y'all may just not feel fulfilled in your field of work anymore. And you may just be going down a journey where you're like, yeah, with this, I don't know, with this energy, and I'm in ATL right now. All the song, I'm thinking about the movie ATL because At Your Best by Aaliyah is playing, and Nunu, this was her song here. But with this job loss and the hermit, you know, like I said, some of y'all may not be feeling aligned, you know. You may not be feeling connected to something that's fulfilling to the heart. So this will be a great time to just explore. Because when it comes to purpose, I would recommend y'all as well, book a birth chart reading, right? Or do your own studies. Look at your life path number. What's your destiny? What's your part of fortune? What's your north node? What's your south node energy here? Your Mars, like read your chart. But I provide those services to assist you. But when it comes to purpose, before I even got deep into birth charts, I knew I always had a passion for helping people. All right, I wanted to be a positive, motivating force within your life. Ever feel the need to wonder why? Let me know. Let me know. So, you know, just get to the root of what you really, really want to do. Like, and then allow for that to evolve beautifully. Because at that time, 4 years ago, when I was in isolation, before I met Logas, I knew, I was like, I want to help the people. I want to help the people heal. I want to help the people. And I saw myself on stage. Like, I literally had a vision of me being on stage, and I thought that's what it looked like. And 4 years later, I see what that looks like. And it's so multifaceted here, you know, literally. And it's not even just, it doesn't stop at the Crystaline Mars show, you know, but, or it doesn't stop with Crystaline Mars. It's my day-to-day life here. I'm ready when you are, Asali. So just get to the root of what you really want to add to the collective. Divine Alignment said you grow as you go. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because you could just be going. And you could be slowing. You know what I mean? That's just like saying, you know, that's like saying, like, adults, right? We've grown. Our temples have grown, but as a being, did we grow? Right? That's like, you know, you got older people who are like children, still operating like a kindergartner. You know what I mean? So not necessarily. It's all about your intentions. If you're intending and you're doing the work to grow as you go, you will. And if you don't, you won't. Right? So it's always a duality here. Of course, I know what you meant, though. I just wanted to, you know, I just had to kind of go a little deeper. We have the death here. Tell me to me, make believe, no need to make believe. So this death is Scorpio energy here. This death is also endings here, renewal. What's up with this death? Ashe. Lori said, hey, love, I sent Venmo. Hit me later on next steps if I'm not here. Okay, so that was that was you. Thank you. I did receive your love offering, so that was for a reading. I'll catch you on the next live. You heard me, Baba? Yeah, I'm ready. So yeah, I'll do your reading next live because we are closing up here. Yeah, and if you're not, you'll have to just run it back. I'll let you know, though. I'll note when I do your reading. So if you're not here and then you do return, I'll let you know what live it was on. Why are you laughing, Mystique? You're so annoying. Genesis said, when did you start practicing Ifa? Well, I don't practice Ifa completely. I mean, I guess in a sense I do. And I'd say I actively started practicing, or intentionally started practicing. I honestly got introduced to it about 3 years ago, and so I started practicing it then. But yeah, so I'd say about 2 years. I'd say confidently about 2 years. But it's not something that I practice a lot of different things, so it's not just Ifa. Like, it's so much more that I don't know about. It's a lot that I don't know about Ifa. It's like I sprinkle into, I won't say all things, but I sprinkle into most things, and then I take out a little sprinkle. You said, dope, when is that, love? You got to stand by. You said, how much was the candle name you dropped with the bank? How much was the candle? The candle is, all of our candles are $40. That's the one that has the bank dirt, the herbs, and the other herbs, the crystals. The bank dirt, the herbs, and the crystals. That's the healthy and wealthy. $40. CrystalineMars.com. CrystalineMars.com. Healthy and wealthy, but we have a few others there too. All right, so we have the other person. So we have death and we have the other person here. Or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads no way? Somebody got a desk job. Okay, we have the Emperor. So this could be an Aries, Scorpio. We have gambling in reverse, death, and the other person. So with this death, the other person, and the Emperor, it definitely feels like, because the Emperor is Aries energy, but it does feel like childish, immature, because we have the gambling here, but it's in reverse. And so, you know, it does feel like some of y'all are choosing to no longer play somebody's game, right? No longer choosing to dibble and dabble in things that that don't resonate with you anymore. And so if you do have some energy that's coming through, it may be very impulsive energy here as well, because they can also be very impulsive here. But I do see something closing out where you're not. Yeah, we have main female, and so just yeah, we have the sun here. So definitely see both sides. See both sides, and just be very intentional with how you move and speak with this energy. Some of y'all may need to get a leave me the fuck alone service or the protection candle as well, y'all. So that concludes our tarot tea time, and we're now going to move on to the next segment of the day, not the night. Ashe, you said you left your crush in the dust? Oh, hell. All right, y'all. So I'm about to move to the side, and we're going to bring Brother Logas in. You gotta be close to me today, because pavement. Oh, should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements? Feliz Noel.
Peace, family.
Grace.
Peace over the spiritual Samo, divine masculine and divine feminine. Ashe. All right. I'll just be quick with the spiritual lesson since I don't have my board, so I can't really, go in as deeply as I would like to. So instead, I'll just go on something simple, which is in today's climate, because of the power of the untamed and chaotic feminine energy, right? That is trying to possess the planet, right? That Lilith energy, that Hera, that Hela, that Diana, that Jezebel, that Eve, as well as you can say the negative or traumatized side of the Oya or of the Oshun and of the MEIs, right? Because of these, these wild and unorganized, feminine energies, it is putting a pressure on the masculine. Now, this is not a man versus woman thing that I'm talking about. It's just a masculine versus feminine. It just so happens that the woman, embodies the feminine, visual, and is a little more lean towards the feminine energy. And it just so happens that the masculine embodies the man, and the man is a little more lean towards masculinity. But everybody, holds both, energies. They dance with both energies, right? So I'm just talking about the feminine energy, not the woman energy, but the feminine, energy. This pressure is natural. This is how the planet changes, and it's how anything in the universe changes and evolves, or this becomes destroyed and starts over, right? It's part of the process. So with that understanding, the opportunity that we have right now is to put pressure back onto the feminine energy, right? Through the masculine, right? Which means that we all, especially the man, but also the woman as well, have to bring a stronger, more powerful form of organization, a stronger, more powerful form of direction, of leadership, of a stronger concept of a path, right? Stronger ideas, stronger goals, right? And stronger understandings and stronger wisdoms, right? So that those are the masculine aspects, right? But this goes for the man and the woman, right? It's going to be, you're going to see it more in the man first in order for it to assist the woman to engage on and more on that side of her, because the man leans a little more to the masculine than the feminine, right? Right. So that being said though, both men and women have to do it though. So that also says that the men, as men, we have to put more pressure on women. You know how women like to say that they're pressure because they got, a BBL or something. I don't know, right? Right, they looking, really attractive, right? Really pretty, whatever it is, really voluptuous or whatever it is they have, and they feel like they are pressured, and that is a form of, pressure, you could say, right? But we as men then have to apply an even bigger pressure, right? Donald Trump represents that bigger pressure, right? Whether you like Donald Trump or not, whether you agree with Donald Trump or not, I'm looking past. I'm not talking about him as a person or even him as a politician. I'm talking about him as an energy. And as an energy, he is applying a stronger masculine pressure than the feminine pressure. And we can see that because, the feminine energy, the woman, the liberal, you could say, or, the left, right, who are all about the feminine, right, they're feeling that pressure and they don't like that pressure, right? You even have, certain beings or certain, women saying, well, I'm not going to get with men anymore. Like, could they feel the pressure, right? Good or bad, or, however you decide if it's the right type of way to do it. That's not the point. The point is that it's the pressure, right? He's just a spiritual example. He's a spiritual example. And his first, his chief of staff, which is the first time in history, is a woman, right? He created, and that woman, they call her like the ice queen or something, or the ice something is like her, her, even though she can't, when she put him on, he brought her on stage, she seems so nice and so like, oh my God, but her nickname was like the ice queen or ice maiden. That's what her name is, the ice maiden, right? So, I mean, she applies pressure. She applies a masculine pressure, that gets, the results and sets that allow, and because she was in charge of his campaign, right? He was in charge of his campaign. And her main strategy was let Trump be Trump, which goes into let Trump be Trump, let him be himself, right? Which was that whole, she's a leader. That's why he named her the chief of staff. She's a leader, but as being a good leader and a true leader, she understands that Trump in her eye was a bigger leader. So she played the supportive role and not the, oh, I'm gonna outlead you role, right? No, she understood he was a bigger leader. So she, played her role. We talked about that the other day, right? Supporter, leadership, stuff like that. She played a role, right? And playing your role is actually a masculine trait. Right? Being supportive, being a subordinate, those are actually masculine traits. People actually think like just being in charge is a masculine trait. No, following the rules or following what you're told to do is a masculine trait, right? Because feminine energy is free.
Yes.
Remember, it's free flowing. There is no hierarchy in the feminine aspect, right? So it's actually, a masculine trait. But a lot of men don't understand that. They don't know that, right? So they're unable to convey that. They're unable to explain that. They're unable to share that or to even display it. So therefore, they're not able to apply the proper pressure onto the feminine aspect. And it's not just about like men applying pressure to women, right? It's about a man applying that masculine pressure onto himself, his feminine aspects of himself, as well as applying those applying pressure to the feminine aspects of other men. Applying the pressure not to smash it or to get rid of it or to destroy it, but to harness it. Right? It is the most powerful force is the feminine energy. It's also the most dangerous force, right? So if it's not, so it could be the thing that saves you, it can also be the thing that destroys you, right? So the masculine is supposed to be, not just destroy you, but destroy everything, destroy everybody, right? Even destroy itself to a certain, degree, destroy itself, right? The one thing the masculine energy does when it applies that pressure, it can also point that energy to be destroyed, to destroy or to create as well, right? But the one thing the masculine won't do is it won't destroy itself, though, because it's all about self-preservation, right? It won't do that, right? You know, so that is up to all of us to really tap more into our masculine, man and woman, to tap into our masculine side. Do not be afraid or be or allow the idea that a toxic masculinity blind you, right? Also do not, to deter you, right? Also do not allow women, do not allow the idea that you're too masculine either to deter you from masculinity as well. There's no such thing as being too, masculine. There's no such thing as being too feminine. The thing is, there is such thing as having a perverted form of masculinity or displaying a perverted form of femininity, right? There is such thing as that. So there's feminine perversion, there's masculine perversion, meaning that it's really this, what you're calling masculinity is really femininity trying to pose as masculinity, or what you're calling femininity is really masculinity trying to pose as femininity, right? So when you're posing one energy, trying to pretend it's another energy, then it comes off as toxic. Then it creates toxicity. Then it creates, a perversion, right? But you can never be too masculine as a woman. You can never be too feminine as a man, right? You could be too soft as a man. You could be maybe too hard as a woman, right? But masculine and feminine are automatically healthy terms. They're healthy terms. It's like saying, you're too enlightened, right? You're too at peace. You're too peaceful. You're too loving. It's like there's no such thing as that, right? But there is a perversion of love. There is a perversion of peace, right? Right. You're too protective. No, there's no such thing as being too protective, but there's a perversion of protection where you're not protecting anymore. Now it could be a point where it's an ego thing where really you're just trying to protect maybe your own insecurity at this point, or you're trying to protect something that doesn't really need protection, right? But there's no such thing being overprotective, but there's a such thing as having a perverted form of protection, right? You're just protecting, the wrong thing, or you're actually protecting your own emotions and saying that I'm protecting you, but it's really you're protecting, something with, maybe some kind of fault within yourself, right? So that's today's spiritual lessons. Now we're going to the Q&A and spiritual clearings. No, we're not going to spiritual clearings because we don't have time, but we'll go into like the Q&A, or anybody has anything, interesting to say. Shay. How's breakfast, bro?
Spiritual symbol. Yes, to what you said about the gloomy day. All right, I'll scroll to the top here. I was talking about spiritual symbol.
What have y'all seen? Colorado? Judah Line says, what have you all seen with Colorado
Our song playing.
and the college fans and other schools? What have we seen in Colorado? I believe allowing the feminine energy to ascend by masculine getting out the rightful seat of power. I believe allowing the feminine energy to ascend. Okay, well, you said okay, that's somebody there. Okay.
I think they meant like is.
So what have you all seen in the Colorado and the college fans? I mean, it's just, just a big. It's the big, spiritual shift. It's a big spiritual shift. Colorado is one thing it's known for its mountains. It's highly elevated, right? If you've ever been to Colorado, it's kind of hard to breathe sometimes because of the high elevation, right? So that being the epicenter of college football, Boulder, Colorado, right? Boulders represent stones, right? So it represents, the activation of the stones within ourselves. The mountains, which represents ancient these tree stumps. That's where a lot of mountains come from. They're actually just calcified, tree stumps, really big trees, ancient trees, right? And then also the buffalo being one of the main spiritual, animals of the Americas, right? So it's like this kind of representation of some of those indigenous energies coming back into power, right? Spiritual Samuel says on TikTok, I believe allowing the feminine energy to ascend by masculine getting out the rightful seat of power. Womb man is reflection of earth and most high. And most high. Well, see, on one side, you can look at the earth as feminine, which is typically how you see it displayed, right? Because it gives, birth to energies, right? At the same time, if you go into the Egyptian paradigm, earth is represented by the god Geb, and Geb is a masculine type of energy, like a man, basically a green man, right? But then sometimes Geb is represented as a goose as well, a goose that lays an egg, right? So really the earth, I would say, is actually masculine and feminine, or maybe certain aspects of it are feminine and certain aspects are masculine, right? But I will say this to Spiritual Samuel, who said, I believe allowing the feminine energy to ascend by masculine getting out the rightful seat of power. I can agree with that concept. Allow the feminine energy to ascend by, let's say by allowing the masculine getting out of the rightful seat of power. But that doesn't mean allowing the woman to necessarily to ascend. Right. It just means allowing the feminine energy to ascend. In whatever vessel it comes in, you allow the feminine energy to ascend, right? And by allowing the masculine to get out of that seat of power, you allow the feminine to come in. But then after you allow the feminine to come in, you then have to wrap that feminine into an egg, which is the masculine shell. So you allow the feminine to come through into the power, right? Which is the intuitive side, which is the spiritually more attuned side, which is the magic side, which is the manifestation side, right? Which is the chaos energy side, which is also dark energy, just so you know. So if you're allowing the feminine energy to ascend, understand that is a dark energy, right? But then you must turn that energy into gold, and you must do that by using the light. You must now cover that energy, structure that energy with the egg. That's why, the earth is represented by Geb, and Geb has a masculine and feminine aspects to it, right? So that you must cover that energy in the shell of the masculine. Allow the feminine to come into the seat, but then cover that with wisdom, with understanding, with knowledge, right? And then from there, because remember the goose, we all want a goose that lays what? A golden egg. To lay a golden egg, right? That's what that whole story, how that story connects on the spiritual level. Therefore, you allow the feminine to come in, but then cover it in the masculine with the wisdom and the knowledge so that you then can now give birth to a new golden age, as you know Trump has mentioned, golden age, right? So I say,
Okay.
peace to exotic Tori.
Thank you for the gifts, spiritual Samo.
Yeah, we appreciate the gifts and the lightning bolts and all of those good things. See over here on YouTube, it was saying
He ain't say nothing.
nothing over here on YouTube. Go over here to IG. So you two are amazing. Ashe to Lori Smith. Yes, because my what did you say? Yes, because my ex is in the body of a man with noticeable feminine traits. Ashe. Ashe. The princess Nadia. Said Jules says it's not balanced. Yes,
You're talking about the presidency, the female.
I read that Ashe. Indeed, 100 to the Shar. Divine masculine is wonderful. Ashe. To avoid the toxic traits of those energies. I'm always told I'm too masculine. This is Nikki's so pretty. Right, yeah, there's a lot of, especially men that'll say, certain women are too masculine, right? And one thing that they're actually saying is that, a big part of it is that they don't know how else to, express their ideas, their what they're seeing, what they're experiencing. That's one. Two, a lot of them actually have been, in a sense, you could say, kind of brainwashed into believing that is the issue, that's the problem, right? But you may be displaying a perverted form of masculinity, right? Which might be actually happening, right? But what I will say though is I've never met a woman. No, I can't. That's not true. The only women that I've ever met or seen that I was like, you're too masculine, is like studs, and not even all studs, but like certain studs. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's too much, right? Like, or especially like women who are like super ripped, like shoulders bigger than mine, like they just jacked. And they're taking all kind of steroids and things like that to make themselves jack. I'm like, all right, that's like, that's too masculine at that point, right? I would say that's too masculine, but it's so like rare to like find that type of, masculinity. So really, like the only like two masculine women is like women who are actually trying to physically look like a man. Those are the only times I actually say like, okay, maybe that's too masculine, right? But otherwise, just women who are just, maybe just have like a strong disposition, or kind of maybe hard-headed, or argumentative, or just really like independent, or just kind of have maybe a resting bitch face, or just have a lot of attitude to them or whatever. Those are not really too masculine of traits, right? They're just, your personality, right? Doesn't mean that you can't work on that personality. Doesn't mean you can't have a better personality, right? But ultimately it's just your personality, right? That's just, who you are. That's how you, this is how you interact with the world. This is how you move, right? And it's up to us as men, especially if you're a woman that I am not dating, I'm not in a relationship with, then we as men, we shouldn't really be concerned about if you're like too masculine, right? Like it's I'm not with you, so then, be how you want to be, right? You know, you know, but if it's up to me as a man to apply some sort of pressure energetically and even physically as far as the way I move to see, and then like I say, and I've never really been concerned is like as men we really shouldn't, in my opinion, let's say be too concerned about if it makes you feminine now or if it puts you in a certain space now. It's like you know not at this point in our existence. That's not, I don't think, the important thing at this moment, right? The important thing at this moment is, for us to the important thing for us at this moment is to just become stronger men, not more masculine men, but more capable men, wiser men, stronger men, right? And also just pay attention to the women and really dissect the women and dissect ourselves, right? Because like I said, we need to create a shell. We need to create a shell around this feminine energy, right? And so we can create a golden age, a golden vibration, a golden soul energy, right? So it's not so black and white. It's not so black and white. There's a lot of nuance. There's a lot of levels to it, right? There's a lot of levels to it. But I will say though, like I said, the majority of women who are called, too masculine, in my opinion, are not too masculine. It's just but it's just that most men who are going to say that don't know how else to interact with those certain characteristics or personality traits of that woman, and one of the other big reasons why that is because understand that you used to all have, the world is always been sliced up into sections and cultures, and right, you have the Japanese people here, and you have the Chinese people here, and you have the Vietnamese people here, you have this tribe here, that tribe here, right? And the different tribes and and sectors have different types of personalities, right? The Zulus have a certain type of personalities. The Spartans have a certain type of personality, right? But we're so mixed in together. Is like there are certain, I come from, as I've been told by certain spiritual entities, my bloodline is very tied to a particular warrior, nomadic indigenous group here in America, right? That's my bloodline comes from a certain warrior class of a group though, like that actual tribe was just a nomadic warrior type of tribe, right? So because of that, I naturally think a certain way, and even my biological father, who I didn't grow up with, he has like the same type of way of looking at things where we just don't get intimidated by or feel like a woman can be more masculine than us. It doesn't even register in our brains that it's even possible, unless you got like bigger muscles than me. Then I'm like, okay, well, right now I'm a little maybe a little intimidated now. 'Cause I'm like, hold up, why? How is that? Why? How? Right? But otherwise, it's like no matter no matter what type of vibe you're giving off, it's just like, all right, okay, you got a resting bitch face, or you're pissed off, or you call yourself arguing with me. It's like I'm pretty sure I'm 10 times smarter than you, so I don't, like these are like, I know you can't, beat me in a fight at all, because there's barely a man that can beat me in a fight, right? These are the type of the mindset that we have. So, but that's because it's in my blood, though. We don't all have the same blood, so therefore, there are certain men who come from certain tribes that might have been more on the academic side, might have been more spiritually inclined, type of side, right? So when they run into certain women who maybe came from these tribal bloodlines who are coming off as masculine, they're like, these women are so masculine. It's like, I could see why you would think that, because if you run into a Zulu type woman and you from, um, actually I don't know, and you come from like one of the tribes like down in the Caribbeans, one of those type of tribes, you might be like, I'm not ready for this type of energy. Like, y'all too masculine. But then if you're dealing with like the Zulu warriors, you know, uh, they're Zulu women or the Spartan warriors and they're Spartan women, they're like, this is just normal. Like, oh yeah, she can kick ass too, but she just can't kick ass on the level that I can kick ass, right? So she's still a woman. She just kicks ass on a woman level, right? You know, and so there is that issue. So that's why I'm not gonna rag on men either for being like you're too masculine, because I understand that there's a lot of spiritual and blood mixtures that we don't even understand that's going on, that's having our perceptions thrown off. Yes. Narcissism. He's throwing that narcissism in there, huh, Prince? Nah, he just threw that in there. Looks so pretty, but it's because the way people view me taking action and the way I handle things, so I don't let it bother me. I love the message you're delivering. I say, Nikki, so pretty. Thank you both. You're welcome, Princess Nadia. You're welcome, Nikki, so pretty. Lori, I love how sitting together, spirits connected. That deliverance, Ashe. Peace comes from balance. Maybe. Can't have one without the other. Kemet always had counterparts. Ashe. Geb's wife is Newt. Right? Geb's wife is Newt. Right? That is true. Newt being the space, basically. Right? Chinese call the yo-yo, right? Okay, Ashe. Ups and downs. We are all one, no seats, no getting out. We must find balance within, without. Ashe. Deep talks is Lori. Ashe. Power is made of both masculine and feminine. Always, but has always and always will be. Ashe. Lori says, given more empathy skills to Divine Nine in both male and female embodiment. Ashe. Understood. Okay. Y'all close to me. Can I meet y'all? Says Lashar. We talking about you in Georgia? Atlanta? Maybe we can do something. I don't know. Lori says, screw the whiteboard. I like it better with you two marching or maybe matching energy alignment. Well said. Ashe, gratitude. Ashe to Lori.
Screw the board.
Oh, y'all meant Central Time. Ashe, you have Brittany. I guess so. Oh, I guess we're in Central Time.
It's Eastern, right?
And is it Eastern?
Yeah, Atlanta got the same time zone as...
I don't know.
I guess
It's so pretty. My masculinity is me taking charge and handling things independently, externally. I am feminine, but my energy comes off masculine to them. Ashe. Love is submission. I mean, it can be submission. Love is submission. But you can submit to someone's power, or you can submit to your own responsibility to take power, to be the power. You can submit to someone's strength and violence, or you can submit to your need to be violent yourself in order to protect or to win or whatever, right? So I can see love being submission, right? It's everything you just said. Ashe, Nikki, so pretty. Lori Narvo carried over to Navajo, and my times Ashe to Lori. what's going on? Well, Brittany, we're in GA. Yeah,
She said
we're
what's
in
going on in
Georgia.
Georgia.
We're going to a wedding. We're going to one of my bros from my college football days. Going to his wedding. Um, Audra McKinley says, "Thank you, male teacher." Ashe. Um, in chills, you are confirming. Ashe. Okay. In chills, you're confirming. I received the past week, and this rising, I speak masculinity because I have no husband, yet I am submissive and know when to close my mouth. He teaches fire. Ashe, to Audra. Ashe to that. Ashe. All right, so that got to everybody. So we'll go ahead and move on, and
Yep, I got the book.
so we can get ready to do what we need to do. Drew is on the trip with us.
You know, I want to keep his pissy ass home, but we accommodated for you. We got it.
Thank you guys for this space today, even while you're away enjoying yourself. Peace and love. You both enjoy. Ashe. Nikki's so pretty.
He said, "What you wearing?"
Tuna can. I love weddings. Ashe. What you wearing to the function? I guess he's gonna be wearing his diaper. I guess.
He ain't going to the function.
His diaper and his little
his little
ascot. Should have got him.
Little...
Should have got him a tuxedo.
It said "gobble till you wobble."
Should have got him. Should have got him
Wait,
a dog.
what's going on? It's wrapped around his arm.
A dog-cedo. Should have got him one.
Yes, that would have been so cute with your stink breath. Blindfolded.
Gangster. I thought y'all were in a different part of the house. Oh no.
That would be nice though.
Yeah, we're just in a.
This kind of gave me some things.
We're just in a different.
Because I like the day
house
live
altogether.
I like the day live and I like the different.
Tuna can. Y'all just left. Yeah. Oh, you just left GA. Ashe. All right.
You think you see this in the future one day, doing like a day live in the living room or something?
You never know.
I see it. So
I'll
I
see
say.
Y'all. I think we'll probably see you tomorrow night. Ashe.
Okay. Yeah, this is a nice. I remember my YouTube channel. I used to do my lives downstairs. I used to do, what was it? It was Soul Sundays. Soul Sundays, back when I had my my Journeys with Jazz YouTube. I used to be on the couch every Sunday and we just chop it up. It was no cards because I used to do tarot readings throughout the week. And then Sunday was like no cards, Soul Sundays. And I would just come. Y'all know how we came in with the beginning of live where I was just talking. That was pretty much the vibes with the Soul Sundays. So actually, I'm open to day lives every now and then. Obviously, it wouldn't be every day, but this was definitely nice. Nonetheless, like I said, I am enjoying the present moment that we had to share. And speaking of the deployment energy, y'all, this song that's playing right now in the back is Love in the Dark by Adele. Love in the Dark by Adele. Some of y'all may want to like listen to the song, but this song, as I told y'all, I time traveled to when I was on deployment last night, and this was a song I always get shy when it's time for me to sing in front of people. Not too much anymore, but like have enough people around, I'm sure gonna freeze up. But we would do karaoke. We'd do karaoke night every now and then, and I was like, I wanted to do it one night, and so I did it, and I sang this song, Love in the Dark by Adele, and I got lost in it, and I deeply resonated with it, because when I was on deployment, in that isolation, there was a lot of truths that came to light in regards to how I was living, when I was at home and my relationships and things, and I was loving in the dark, not being honest and things like that. And then when I got home from deployment, I faced my truth. I spoke my truth, and I tried to make the shifts, but I wasn't strong enough to completely do it and walk away from those things that I knew had expired. And I think I dragged that cycle on for another 3-4 years. And I ended up giving birth to my daughter. I got pregnant with her as soon as I got home from deployment. And, I think we're about to go into the message of the day, but I really want to leave this with somebody to just be very intentional, Because when it comes to making certain decisions, we like to say, oh, well, my kid's here and I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't take it back. I love my daughter to death. But as I sit in this present moment, it's like, and I've thought about this before, but had I left, you know, had I left, I wouldn't have created a broken home. Had I left, I wouldn't have created a broken home. You know, my daughter wouldn't have had to grow up not in the same household as her daughter, because I would have made that decision before she was even here. But I was scared. I wasn't honest with myself. I wasn't even sure what I really, really wanted. And so I stayed in a place that I knew I didn't want to be in. And I tried to escape, but then I created more that didn't have to be. And so, yeah, just be very intentional with that of which you are birthing, and with who you are birthing what with, you know. And like this song is playing, like somebody may need to listen to that song for real, and just be honest with yourself. All right, don't lie to yourself. And so we're gonna go ahead and shift y'all into the read of the night. I came ready, and we're reading chapter 72, titled State of Change, and it's in alignment. It's in alignment with all we've been talking about today. And it reads, there's a spiritual light communicator that I found on the web some time ago that goes by the name Bashar. He says circumstances don't matter, only state of being matters, meaning that your current situation and environment does not create your future. Only you can do that. I did not ding. That's the perfect time to ding. Only what is inside of your mind can create. Matter itself is shaped and shifted by thought. Similar to the ideas of the famous book and documentary, The Secret. The basis of The Secret is that what you focus your mind on, the predominantly will most likely manifest into your life. How? Two reasons. Because your physical body will take certain actions that will bring you closer to your vision. And two, your mind your mind will be in constant search for opportunities that align with your focus. Wait, there's a third. Your mind will send out vibrational signals Your mind will send out vibrational signals that are picked up by other people as well as the universe, creating somewhat of a magnetic attraction towards you. Hence why they call it law of attraction. But I digress. Let's stick to more tangible things like religion. According to the most bought and sold book in the world ever, the Bible says that God created the universe in 6 days. How? With his hands, I guess? She could have used some tools, I suppose, magic or divine power, we can call it. But I believe those would be just physical descriptions that human beings understand. Because in reality, in order for such a powerful entity to manifest the universe with the sound of his voice, one must first create a visual of that very universe in mind. What am I getting at? What you see will be the reason why you do. And based on what you do, that is what you will get. Even if you're an atheist to the highest degree, you still understand that your life is 100% your responsibility. And if you want anything in life, it is up to you to make it happen. It is up to you to make it happen. You are in charge and are the one to blame for your success or failure. It is your actions that got you here, but it is only your thinking which can take you somewhere else. The whole point behind correctional facilities is to rehabilitate behavior by transforming the minds of the inmates. Did we not just talk about this? The whole point wasn't the energy no more rehabilitation, or was it no more mediation? Same goddamn thing, isolation. The whole point behind correctional facilities is to rehabilitate behavior by transforming the minds of the inmates. Obviously, they do a poor job of this, but the reasoning behind it remains the same. The goal is to change who they are, how they make decisions, and send them in a more positive direction. Present them with a new focus. Lead them more towards what we consider as the right path. The goal is to create a state of change. How can you expect someone to change if their thinking remains the same? God damn, he's deep. When your thinking change, who you are changes. Michael Jordan went from failing to making the high school varsity basketball team twice, to being known as the greatest basketball player of all time. He believed he could become the best, and he proved it. Even people who didn't think they can become millionaires, if they think and operate like millionaires, then they might still reach those levels of financial success. Just by reading the books, committing to learning, saving money, investing money, studying mentors, providing value to customers, and hustling your face off, you might still become a millionaire when you doubt yourself because your actions are still in line with millionaire movement. You are operating in a millionaire state. Circumstances don't create anything. They are a result of what has been created. Therefore, they do not matter. They do not materialize. Only your state of being materializes. Your state of being is what you think of most often, what you believe in, combined with what you do. That is the state in which you are in. In the right state, you can achieve anything, or at least something close to it. In the right state, you can change anyone's life, including your own. Think about it. If all of your colleagues were in the optimal state, how great of a work environment would you be in? How much more productive and effective would your business become? It's so simple, it's scary to think about how all you have to do to change your life from bad to worse, or bad to good, or even good to great is to change your state. If you could change other people's state, do you think you could build the ultimate empire? Fuck. What I say, he got deep in that thing. I'm talking about G-spot, bitch. Fuck. And I thought about that last night, because y'all know my favorite saying is, before you try to hit the interstate, the interstate, let's address the interstate. And I thought about the fact that we're traveling right now. And I talked to my mom the other day, and I was like, Mom, this is my first time traveling outside of going back home to Savannah, Georgia, and going to New Jersey, where my grandmother lives. I have never been out of Virginia outside of that in deployment, but I've never done any other traveling. No other state, maybe a different city like Richmond or something in Virginia, but I've never traveled out of state. And while I was in Virginia, in that state, I addressed my inner state. I shifted lanes and thought about the different, things that I created, just like, the path that I just talked about with my daughter. When it comes to business, I addressed my inner state. And I unlocked those lanes, I unlocked those levels, now allowing for me to hit the interstate. Because I now see the different possibilities. I now see the different lanes. I now see me. in totality. So to those of you, because some of you, y'all may have a different story where you're like, well, I travel all the time. I ask you, what's your relationship like with travel? And this is not to say, oh, you should not want to travel. No, ma'am or sir, I am not saying that. But are you a frequent traveler? And when you travel, are you traveling intentionally or are you traveling to escape? Are you traveling to explore? Are you traveling with intentions? Okay, I'm going to move states with intentions to explore, to create new experiences, to see a new life. Or are you vacating? Are you traveling? Are you changing state to escape your home state? And you can run all you want from everybody, from everything, but you can never run from yourself. Them shadows, baby, they a part of you. They gonna always be running. You gonna look back, you still there, Yup. So I invite you to explore that and to be honest about your state. And let's change state on purpose, internally, eternally. Therefore, we will continuously evolve and be able to change states externally in totality and enjoy each state in peace. Like I'm enjoying this now, and I'm enjoying when I go back home. I'm going to embrace all that I experienced back in VA too. So never run from you, baby boo. Stay true. Do what it do. I shoot. So that concludes today's. Damn, this was a vibe. It was a fucking vibe today, y'all. So I'm planting this seed right now, bitch, because I told y'all. All the seeds that I planted is here. Well, a lot of them, 99 of them. But this here just opened me up to more. Open me up to more, to explore. And I am planting the seed of intention that here on Crystaline Mars, we shift. I open up to the expansion of how we show up with the show, when we show up with the show, whatever that looks like, day or night. But I love the day vibe with y'all. I've shared the day vibe with y'all before, but never with Brother Logas. Well, I won't say never. I think we did maybe once. But I would love for this to be a part of our new timeline because we ain't done here. I love it here, but I know it's more for us to explore. So I'm not gonna get too comfortable. But thank y'all for sharing this space. I pray that you got what you've needed. Remember to reflect on the energy of today. Be very intentional. All right, be very intentional. And if y'all need any personal services or rituals or whatever, consultations, if you need to talk, if you need a hand to walk, CrystalineMars.com, and any custom orders, I got y'all. But enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, your night, whatever time it is around your way. Nakupenda, I love you with all of me. Ashe. And speaking of the plant seed, I look like I'm ready to go in the motherfucking soil, don't I? I love y'all. Much love. Later. Ashe.